Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action at Children's Arena in Oshawa. It is the first place Whitby Steelhawks taking on the fourth place, or tied for third, Paris Riverwolves. In Paris, in their dark blue with the red shoulder caps, have the first possession. Whitby goes to the defense. There's a pass up to the top. Davis Prince quickly moves it on to the captain, Kyle Dawson. Here's Noah Simonelli. Back out to Mike Melnichenko. It gets away from him. Scott Edwards is right on him and runs into Curtis Conley. Conley will break out. Gives it a hit to Cody Hamley. Nikolai Ferris tied for the league lead in scoring goals. He's got 33 coming into the game. Trent Boyd with a move, but it gets knocked loose. Picked back up. Tyler Goodchild has it. Tries to fight by DeBrone. Shot clock running down. That's going to do it for the worst first Whitby possession. But yeah, Nick Ferris with 33 goals. Jake McNabb, who just played in the previous game today here in Oshawa, has 33 as well. Lane Smith has 33. And then two other players, Luke Robinson, who plays for Paris but not available today. He's got 32, as does Gareth Haig, who had a hat trick earlier today for Oshawa to get up there. So very tight at the top. The goal scoring race, that ripped by Tyler Brown off of defender. That goes off of Clint Lewis. Lewis, a late addition to the lineup. Jake Doolittle is out. Drive to the net, the shot. Lucas Coote has it. And then the player lands in the crease. I think it was Durston stepping in there. So Lucas Coote, who dropped to try and stop the ball, it got in, but it was too late. Here comes Anderson the other way. Darius Anderson spinning away from a check from Hunter Agus. Jeff Fernandez rolled to the net. Didn't get the pass. Scott looked like he was going to take off. Connor Scott was thinking about a breakout. Now he's going to wait and pick up the last man coming off the bench for Whitby, but that's actually Scott Edwards, the defender, will now run up. He's going to stick a little bit on the face mask of John McConvey. McConvey's pass gets away from Prince a bit. It looks like they will come with the Steelhawks. Matt Boissneau ahead to Edwards. He's going to shoot. That one is stopped there by Connor O'Toole. O'Toole in the practice squad for the Vancouver Warriors. Looks like a bit of a Warriors themed helmet he's got on there. Bounce pass across to Brown, who moves it immediately. Sidearm rip by Andy Campbell. Whitby in the offensive zone. Here's Nick Ferris. Jordan Sturz will head off to the bench. Still three Steelhawks to join the fray. Colton Lidstone, also of the New York Riptide. Moved that one. Here's Goodchild. Lidstone got knocked down, popped back up. And the shot clock's going to expire again on Whitby. Whitby in first place with an 11-1 record. They've won their last 7 games. Lead the league with 184 goals scored. Substantial lead, but not huge. Paris is second in goals scored with 178. The real edge that Whitby has is their defense. So they've given up just 126 goals. Paris is second in goals against as well, having given up 155. So a pretty big gap there of 29 goals against, or about 2+ per game, 2.5 per game. There's a pass right on top of the crease. Nice save by O'Toole. Turning aside McGregor. Braden McGregor with some pressure. It's actually Anderson coming up with it. And gets away from Paris. That's an over and back. And Braden McGregor's arguing that it hit a Paris stick, which is true, but then he picked it up right before center and ran over the line. So no question about that call. Paris to the offense. Here's Simonelli. Coote reestablishing himself. The pass ahead to Sturris doesn't connect. Hunter Aggs will get him. Paris comes back the other way. So far, Whitby not generating much in the way of offensive chances. Paris controlling the better of the flow of the play, but we're scoreless through 4.5 minutes. Andy Campbell, a little pick from Minichiello, or from Melnichenko. Goes to the net, shoots, lands in the crease, and the ball went up and hit the ceiling. So it's going to be Edwards coming back into the offensive zone for Whitby. We'll leave it there. On the fly is Luke Keenan, wearing the number 15 that his brother Ryan wears for the Saskatchewan Rush. Oh, and a rip from the outside. First goal of the game. Colton Lidstone just blasts one right through Connor O'Toole. Not sure if O'Toole saw all of that. It goes 1-0 at the 4:47 mark. Okay. All right, we are getting back underway. There was the bit of a repair to the net had to be done, and Paris comes away with it. Connor Brown, quick shot. Lucas Coote with the save. It gets up out of play, so it's going to be Paris possession. Riverwolves will get all of their offensive players out. Here's Simonelli. Durston on the far side, working with Kyle Dawson. Fires it from deep. Oh, nice chance. Good attempt by Kyle Dawson to try and put that rebound back in. Couldn't quite connect. Weller heading way out with Davis Prince. They get it through. To Simonelli. That ball over the far side, and Durston's shot doesn't get through. Here comes Cody Hamley looking towards the bench. Goodchild fakes the pass back. Gets it through to Lidstone, cutting through. He's thinking dunk, changes his mind, and circles completely. Now he goes to duck underneath. Pretty nice defensive shift there for Mark DeBrone. We'll get it ahead, but they're looking for the long outlet pass, but again, the ceiling rafters come into play, and it will be Whitby possession once again. Paris has 6 players on the floor, so a delayed call coming. Whitby pulls their goalie to a 6-on-6. Crease violation, great chance there. But before he could get the shot off, Kobe Whitcomb stepped into the crease. Illegal substitution, the call. To be served by Mark DeBrone. Pfeiffer at the top of the formation. Goes to set a pick. Boyd spins off. There's Goodchild in the front. Scott, not him. What a save. I was ready to say scores. Somehow Connor O'Toole got just enough of that. It kind of pinballed around a little bit, but stayed out. And Parker Pfeiffer will set it back up. Sorry, Devin Pfeiffer. His brother Parker plays for the Toronto Monarchs. O'Toole looked behind him, but it was in the gear. It's still in there. Now it pops out. And Hunter Agus will pull it forward. Paris makes their way up into the offensive zone. Agus still with it, 18 to shoot. Brown moves it to Campbell. That is a contrast in styles with Matt Boissonneau, former first-round pick of the New York Riptide. One of the smaller, shorter players anyway you're going to see on the floor, and Andy Campbell, one of the bigger guys. Pfeiffer back at the top. Goodchild's going to go down, keep it with the lefties. Now they go over to the strong right side. Boyd to the shooter spot. Lidstone cuts through. Cross pick. They open it up for Goodchild. He is stopped by the shoulder of O'Toole. Lovely little scissor pick by Whitby. Really opened things up. That's a hand play. Ball played by the hand of Agus. Straight back, Pfeiffer. His rip is wide. Pfeiffer leads the league with 60 assists. He's got 72 points. which as of right now is 8 behind John St. John. St. John entered the day with 74 points, had 2 goals and 4 assists, although I think one of those goals is mistakenly credited to him, so I think he's got 79 points. So Pfeiffer needs 7 to catch St. John in the scoring race. 8 would put him in front, depending on what his brother does tomorrow. Parker Pfeiffer also has 72 points. The family rivalry, the sibling rivalry is alive and well. I'm sure they're each other's biggest fans as well as rivals. Big hit, penalty coming. We're going to call Malcolm Ford on that one, and we will have the first official's time out of the game. 6:40 to go, just 1 goal. The Steelhawks lead it 1-0 over the Paris Riverwolves. Whitby going to the power play. Devin Pfeiffer will start with the ball for another man-up opportunity for the Steelhawks. Boyd hits it to Keenan. His shot stopped there by Connor O'Toole. Now I'm second-guessing myself as I see Luke Keenan, try to remember whether he and Ryan are brothers or cousins. I feel like they might be cousins. Either way, that pass gets away and bounces up into the Whitby bench. It'll be Steelhawks ball after Paris threw it away. Still a minute and a half plus on the power play for Whitby to try and add to their lead. Midstone to Boyd, gets it back immediately. The cutting Keenan picked up by Lemire, but that leaves some space up top. Good rotations by Paris so far, but no, Keenan goes underhand, sneaks it between the post and Connor O'Toole. Good ball movement. Good work going inside, and then the finish from Keenan, and it's 2-0 with the power play goal by Whitby. Boissonneau and Agus. Boissonneau wins it. Keenan back over center. Had an established direction forward, so you can go back over that one line. Keenan stays and throws over to Goodchild. A slip pick from Fernandez as they get it to the far side. Spinning shot from Pfeiffer. Working with Whitcomb over there. Dawson leaves it for Simonelli. Whitby coming out fairly high to pressure. There's John Weller right up on Campbell at the restraining line. Campbell gets underneath. Shovel pass to Simonelli, doesn't connect. That's a 55. I'm not sure if that's, I don't think, maybe that is an Alex Q. I have to double check. I didn't think Q was going to be here. He was with Buffalo. I can't remember if he's active or not. Oh, almost picked off. DeBrone still trying to get it. Ford goes after it. No over and back, but the 30 keeps ticking. They're down to 3 seconds. So Lidstone will duck underneath, try and get one off. He's a bit late. O'Toole made the stop anyway, and it'll be Paris ball. I know that Brendan Campbell is playing. I was told he'd be wearing number 20 for Paris. We'll check. That might be him in the 55 because I don't think Q is here. Whitby. Quickly up the floor. Jordan Sturz just misses the far side. And that one's going to bounce into the penalty box against the wall and will be Paris possession. Tyler Brown tries to feed it inside. It's knocked away. Clint Lewis stays out on him. There's a chance right in front. Dawson couldn't get it on target. Jordan Sturz grabs it. Simonelli running with him. Tries to wrap check. Nice job eluding it. Sturz shoots. Stopped by O'Toole. Pounces on the rebound. Short pass to Agus, who runs it up over center. Agus tries to spin inside. Good D by Boissonneau. Get it back to Agus. 8 to shoot. Tries to muscle his way through. Boissonneau so stable. Scooped up there. On the run is Robert Morgan, and he will slam on the brakes. Wait for the offensive cohort to arrive. And leave it for Jeff Fernandez. Keenan quickly to the far boards. You get it back to Fernandez, whose sidearm shot misses the net. It's tracked down again by Pfeiffer. Rips it across. So down to 8 on the shot clock. Tried to get it down to Keenan. And Whitcomb's pass just skips off his stick. And Parrish will get possession. Owen Williams will just tuck the ball into his stick and take off to run it up over center under a little forecheck pressure. Prince to Durston. Quickly down to Tyler Brown. His shot from the outside stopped by Coote. Coote is a deadly passer. Up to Hamley, just misses far side. That'll be an over and back. So it didn't touch the goaltender or the net. Remember Lucas Coote being the transition player of the week one week in the Steelhawks, the predecessor to all, playing for the Durham Turf Dogs. 5 assists in 1 week, and they were all bombs down the floor at the Tribute Community Center. He can really pass, and he adapts to whatever is available. Ceiling here a bit lower. Weller going after it. Simonelli, nice back check to come up with that one. That's going to be a penalty as Weller whacked him on the hip. And O'Toole's at the bench, the extra attacker coming out. They've only got 3 to shoot. So Brown's going to have to just rip one. That's blocked out front. And the penalty will be adjudicated. It is a slashing call on Weller. 2 minutes or less gives Parrish a chance to try and get on the board in this game. As I mentioned, these are the 2 lowest scoring, or 2 teams that have allowed the fewest goals in the league. Not too surprising, this defensive battle. Except that they're also the 2 highest scoring teams in the league. We'll see what Parrish can do on the power play. They've got Dawson down low on the left side. Durston, Shooter, and Brown up top. Prince cuts through. Simonelli makes a pass across. Quick stick. Kyle Dawson jams that one home. That took 15 seconds of power play time. And the Riverwolves are on the board. 1:49 to go. It's 2-1 Steelhawks. Nice swoop by Pfeiffer to zip in and get the ball. He's going to rip one. O'Toole stops that with the stick and immediately looks up the floor. Steps out of the crease to avoid the 4-second count. He's got to get it somewhere. A nice pass. Hits Dawson on the run, but Dawson gets stripped by Sturris. Sturris, one of those, I think, an underrated defender. Had some shots in the National Lacrosse League. Totally see him going back. Hard shot from Andy Campbell. The foot save by Coote goes straight back out to the Riverwolves. Durston hands it off. And they're setting up again. 4 lefties for the Riverwolves. And Q spins and fires, and I guess we'll find out now if that is indeed Alex Q. Looks like they're saving the ball. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. The hair looks similar, but I'm pretty sure that's Brendan Campbell wearing the 55. We'll see when the announcement comes. I'm not sure Mike's got him on his sheet either. Yes, Brendan Campbell. There you go. So they're getting the ball. Brendan Campbell with the junior ALL called up today to fill a roster spot and doing more than that so far, playing quite well for the Riverwolves. Dawson Brown works his way through traffic, gets up over center, leaves for Simonelli. Now Durston will come, calls for the ball as he joins the offense. Gives to Brown. The pass doesn't quite connect with Dawson. Avoided the crease, so no violation there. Peroni on him. pops the ball loose. Dawson going after it. There are only 5 to shoot. Great effort by Dawson. He gets a shot off, but Coote swallows it up. And just 5 seconds left in the quarter. Weller's going to get a shot off. O'Toole had to make the save. That was in time, but didn't get it into the net. And we are through 15 minutes of play. The score, Whitby and Paris tied up 2-2. Lacrosse League action from Children's Arena in Oshawa. I'm Stephen Stamp alongside JVI Sports Network, bringing you this action. 2-2 through the first quarter between the 2 top scoring teams and 2 top defensive teams in the league. And that is a rocket from the outside, absolutely blasted by Noah Simonelli through Lucas Coote. He's checking his stick to make sure it's okay. 13 seconds into the second quarter, Paris has taken the lead. Whitby had the first 2 goals of the game. Paris has come back with 3 in a row. Peroni and Agus at the dot. Pops out. Looked like Paris was going to get it, but Cody Hamley comes away with it, and then ball thrown away almost. It's in the stick of Peroni. He lost his stick, had to pick it up. The ball was still in there on the floor. He hustled over to get it, and Whitby maintains possession. Here's Fernandez going to shoot. Saved by O'Toole. McConvey will sprint away from the forecheck using the back of his net in the crease. Has a pick. Fights for the check from Colton Lidstone. Going the length of the floor. Peels out. Hands it off to Kyle Dawson. McConvey heading to the bench. Nice effort by him. Another shot from Simonelli from close to where he scored last time. This one off the leg pad of Coote and up out of play. It'll be a fresh 30 and possession for the Riverwolves. A minute into the second quarter. Davis Prince still hanging on to it. Takes a shot. The Coote has to stop. Dawson on top, buries it. Nobody picked up Kyle Dawson standing on top of the crease, and he tucks that one home. You got to watch Dawson. Paris today missing their 2 top goal scorers. Luke Robinson with 32, which is good for 3rd in the league entering the day. And Curtis Woodland with 26 goals. The 2 of them each have 64 points, which is tied for 4th in the league in points, and neither of them available today. So Kyle Dawson, the captain, is the leading scorer. He's got 21, now 22 on the season, and it's a 4-2 lead for Paris. Whitby with possession, Keenan. Backpedaling, bouncer. Here's Pfeiffer. Oh, great move to open up and scores. Eric Lemire has been good for Paris, but he was absolutely turnstiled on that one by the quick feet of Devin Pfeiffer. Agus and Boissonneau. Boissonneau with the clamp. It pops out. Running onto it is Sturris. He's going to drive to the net. He's got Boissonneau with him. Makes the pass. Oh, nice shot. Heads up play by Sturris to get it out to Boissonneau, who goes a little underhand. Just tucks it barely inside the post. And just like that, we're tied up again. Whitby back to back to make it 4-4. Peroni steps in to take the draw for Whitby against Agus. Peroni pulls it back to Morgan. Robert Morgan got away from him. He does recover it. Morgan puts his shoulder down and eventually hands the ball off. Lidstone. That one's off the crossbar or the shoulder of O'Toole. I think the crossbar and up hits the rafter, so it'll be Whitby possession once again. Trent Boyd will start with it. And just like that, Whitby is on a run here. Tyler Goodchild from the outside just blasts one past Connor O'Toole. Oh, it's 2-0 for Whitby. Paris comes back with 4. Now Whitby's got 3 in a row. Only 4 goals scored in the first 15 minutes of play. We've had 3 in 2 minutes and 7 seconds of the second quarter. Boston with the win. Great check by Jordan Durston. It does bounce over to Keenan. So Whitby maintains possession, but a nice trail check by Durston. Here's Pfeiffer. Keenan rolls underneath. Hall stays with him. Nick Ferris. Conley up for an O shift. Trying to fight his way through. Good 2-man D. That comes out to Keenan, who just blasts one off the backboard. And it's going to be an over and back. Conley will come back and cover Lemire. Lemire staying for the O shift is Tyler Brown. Has the ball. Watched by Lewis. He and Quinn Highland working together on the 2-man. Oh, nice shot. Brendan Campbell had his first goal of the senior ALL earlier in the game. Now he's got 2 already. We are all tied back up at 5-5. Wow, that is amazing. 4 goals in 15 minutes and now 6 in the first 2:49 of the second quarter. Lidstone looking shaken up, grabbing his head. We're going to blow play down. Nobody had possession, so they'll stop the play and check that Lidstone's okay. Paris doesn't love the call that there's going to be a face-off. They feel like they were going to get possession. Peroni and Agus again at the dot. Morgan got there, couldn't control the ball though. It's going to be a loose ball push and Whitby will get possession as Cody Hamley was knocked to the floor. Quick pass forward by Weller. He and Hamley will get to the bench and get some forwards out there. Peroni fakes the pass now, does leave it for Fernandez. Whitcomb driving to the net. Nice job turning him back from Agus. Lefty sidearm rip there from Fernandez. The rebound comes out to the Riverwolves. McCombie on the run, ducks through the middle. Gets a shot right in the chest pad of Coot. Coot's pass took a bit of a funny angle. Got away from him, but Suris does get it off the boards. It's a 4-on-3. Oh, nice hustle back to pick that one off by DeBrone. DeBrone is 1-on-4, 2-on-4. He gets it through to Lemire. Not even sure if that was a good idea, but he made it through. And they score. Davis Prince goes airborne to take the pass. What a play. I said I didn't know about the decision to make that pass to Lemire. Obviously, it worked out quite well. And what a finish by Davis Prince to get clear of the crease, to accept the pass, and immediately tuck that one home. Agus is on the floor still after a big collision following the face-off, and it's going to be a goal for Peroni, his opponent at the dot all game. Peroni drives down. I remember seeing him getting five or six goals in an Arenalacrosseleague game a couple of years ago. I believe he then got ejected for a flagrant foul penalty. Boissonneau will take it against Lemire this time. Agus was a little shaken up. Yeah, he's on the bench with his helmet off. Not looking too comfortable. The trainer is talking to him. Got his gloves off. Pfeiffer controls it, spins away from the check. Low to high underhand pass over to Goodchild. Doesn't connect, but Goodchild gets it off the boards. Still 11 on the shot clock. Keenan can't get it to Pfeiffer. It's snagged there. Scott takes off and is just overrun by Whitby players. That's a play by Braden McGregor to just drop his stick as he was getting kind of tangled up. And that is going to allow them to get possession, and that will open it up at the other end for that shot by Nikolai Ferris. We are even once again. Sorry, 7-6. Whitby pushes back in front. Paris trying to sort out who exactly is going out for this face-off. They get their 5 guys on. Lemire taking the draw again. Trying to see if Agus is back in the line to go. No, Agus is sitting in the middle of the bench with his helmet off. Definitely looking shaken up. So not sure if or when we'll see him again. Here's Durston. Dawson to Campbell. Campbell's going to put his head down, his shoulder down. Boissonneau on him. He gets the shot off and then wards off pretty big time with his off arm, and he's going to get a penalty. Oh, Boissonneau's going to get the penalty for slashing after Andy Campbell had basically face masked him and shoved him aside. Boissonneau's not very happy, and you can see why. That is an odd call. I mean, go ahead and call the slash, but I'd be inclined to call the face mask push first. So Paris will go to the power play. Tyler Brown quarterbacking up at the top. Well, fake by Durston. Another one. He was thinking about it. Skip down to Simonelli. Sidearm ripped by Brown. Stopped by Coote. Leaves it in front of him. And Sturris looking up the floor. He's got Conley. It's on the wrong side. Conley had to turn. That is a tough play, but he gets it back and gets the shot off on a dive across the crease. Turned aside by O'Toole. McCombie moves it down to Simonelli, and Paris sets back up on the power play. Still lots of time on their man advantage. Brown still at the top as they remain strong left. Durston to Brown. Sidearm to Simonelli. There's Durston in the middle. Can't catch it. Sturris gets on him. They'll let Dawson walk in now. Defender gets out on them. There's Hamley. And the 30 expires. Trying to get a shot on. Didn't quite hit the target. So it'll be Whitby with possession. And just over a minute to kill on this penalty. Peroni. No problem getting it over center and leaves it there for Kobe Whitcomb. Whitcomb, just a perpetual motion machine out there. Number 66, constantly moving. Whitby's just going to kill as much time along the boards as they can. Good effort to just muck that one by Trent Boyd. There's 35 left in the penalty. See what Paris can do with these final moments of their man advantage. This time they go strong right with Simonelli up top. Got Campbell and Dawson to the left. He's no Durston this time. Campbell shoots, scores! You can hear Coote got a fair chunk of it, but it's a power play goal with 17 seconds to go on that penalty, and we are all deadlocked at 7. What a change of tenor for this game. So again, 4 goals total in the first 15 minutes. We've now played just under 7 minutes of the second quarter. And there have been 10 goals in those 7 minutes. Crazy. Like we said, 2 highest scoring teams in the league and the 2 best defensive teams. The defense is won out in the first. The offense is coming to the fore here. Peroni with possession. Almost handcuffed Lidstone, but he managed to take that pass. Lemire watching him. Lidstone underneath, dives to the net, shoots far side, score. No. Saying Lidstone was in the crease before the ball got in, as O'Toole got a piece of it, just enough to hold the ball up from going in until Lidstone was in the crease. That makes it a violation. Boissonneau up on Lemire, 22 on 22. Checking. Here's Davis Prince. Melnichenko creating some space. 4 seconds to shoot. He's still got the ball. Now he's going to shoot from a mile out. Miss. And it'll bounce back into the Paris end. And we are at the midpoint. The officials' timeout of the second quarter. It's 7-7 with 7:12 to play in the second. I'm Steven Stamp with this JVI Sports Network presentation of Arenalacrosseleague action. Here we go, lacrosse friends. 7:12 to go in the second quarter. 7-7 the score. The ball in the corner. Whitby's Colton Lidstone comes out, tries to pass to Goodchild. Manages to snag it after it bounced off the boards. Feeds it through to Fernandez. Nice stop by O'Toole. Pfeiffer gets it. Luckily he was thinking shot, but he's going to circle the offensive zone. Over to Fernandez. Trying to duck underneath. Pretty solid defensive effort by Curtis Hall. Low to high riser from Lidstone. Got up into the neck protector of Connor O'Toole, and that's why they wear him. He is unfazed, and they move the ball forward. Drive to the net from behind. Simonelli handed it off. 8 seconds to shoot. Andy Campbell trying to match his brother. And then Durston matches the low to high rip of Lidstone. That one catches Coot in the protector. Coot is not looking super comfortable. He's gone to his knees and just kind of stretching out. Nothing unusual for goalies to get drilled, of course, by hard shots. Lidstone is offside, hands it off. Gets it back. Bit of a lane, but it was taken away. Good team defense by Paris on that shift. Still 3 to shoot. And they get one through. McGregor with the rip. It's turned aside by O'Toole, and it's going to come back to Braden McGregor. Keenan on his off foot gets the shot. O'Toole, though, was ready for it. Swallows it up, and here's McConvey. Got Prince coming off the bench, sets a seal. Nice job to open it up for Simonelli, and Simonelli just was getting ready to shoot before he caught the pass. Now we go the other way. It's 2-0. Boston to Highland. Quinn Highland scores. Gets O'Toole leaning to his right, goes to the goalie's left, tucks it just inside the post. Whippy's back on top. 8-7 with 5:17 to play in the second. Hunter Agus back into the game. Looks all right. He's up there to take the face off. Good to see him all right. Boissonneau lining up against him. Boissonneau with the clamp. Pulls it out, but it goes straight to Paris. Scooped up there by Connor Brown. Connor Brown with a big-time swim move. Rolls it along to Andy Campbell. Nice play. Every time I see... Oh, the dunk! They call it a goal. We don't have a replay, so you go back and watch that and you see if you think that was clean. I don't know. He's got the long reach. Andy Campbell gets up in the air and dunks it in. You can go check for me if the feet and the hand were okay. It almost looks like he reached out with his hand and kind of grabbed the net.
Yeah, he's not okay.
Oh, Lucas Coot needs to go to the bench. He's calling for his replacement, I think.
Yeah, he's not okay.
He is not feeling well. Ever since he took that shot that came up into the chest, into the neck protector, he has been looking uncomfortable. Yeah, he's going to go straight down the hallway. He's going to the left, not to the right where their dressing room is. So I think he's just going in to settle down a bit. He's going to take the gear off. He's definitely peeling off the stuff. So Caleb Martin, where is Caleb Martin? All right, welcome back. Lucas Coot has left the game. Went down the hallway. He did go down towards the dressing room. Caleb Martin has stepped in. Martin, one of the best efforts in the goaltending efforts in the league recently. Allowed just 6 goals in the game. He was looking absolutely outstanding. That would have been in their 13. Oh, it's in. It trickles through. O'Toole didn't have it tied up. I was getting ready for the ball to come back the other way. It kept rolling. And Whitby has responded very positively to Caleb Martin coming in. Yeah, Martin in that 13-6 Whitby win over Oshawa last week. Just fantastic performance by Martin, named the first star of the game. So Coot is just down behind the Whitby bench, has an ice pack on his neck. He's got his uppers off. Don't imagine we're going to see him coming back. Lidstone scoops up that Lucy and hands it to Jordan Sturris. Sturris to Conley, to Lidstone. Had to kind of double clutch to get his balance set. Then the one hand underhand shot by Peroni as he had a hold of Lemire's stick with the other. It's a nice play if you get away with it. And here is Williams. Owen Williams gets away from traffic, hands it off to Simonelli, quickly moves it on. Davis Prince coming around the top. That shot from Brown gets off the net, off of Martin. Martin, a Minto Cup champion with the Whitby Warriors. Here's Durston. Big pick from Tyler Brown. Durston toe drag gets through, and another save by Martin. Working pretty well for him. Very active on some of those saves. Agus trying to cover Jordan Sturris. Sturris will stop and start. Loses the ball. And it's going to be Connor O'Toole picking it up and head to Mark DeBrone. DeBrone's pass got a little bit away, but Simonelli was able to track it down. Well, push pass comes to Dawson on this side. Wide open in front. Melnichenko shoots. Martin spins around. None of his saves have looked particularly orthodox so far, but he is stopping everything coming at him to this point. Boissonneau. Oh, nice save by O'Toole. Great little hesitation play. That was Nick Ferris on top of the crease. And O'Toole just waited him out, made the stop, and corralled the rebound. Here comes Paris the other way. Whippy's up 9-8. Owen Williams. He's going to stay in play with only 14 left on the shot clock. Simonelli is stripped. Boissonneau takes off. Tyler Brown hustling back. He's got Morgan with him. Boissonneau's going to shoot, and that's going to get a reset in possession. Oh, nope, they're going to say he missed the net. I thought it went off the foot of O'Toole, but it just said went completely wide. So Paris will get it and go back into the offensive zone. Simonelli to Brown. Durston and Peroni battling out front. Dawson's pass doesn't connect. Oh, and a great effort by Brendan Campbell to go into the corner and get the ball and draws the penalty. And pretty darn close to drawing another one. And then the desperation shot as the 30 about to expire. What a shift from Brendan Campbell. Again, a call up from the U22 Arenalacrosseleague. And Brendan Campbell has been just a shot of adrenaline for this Riverwolves club. 9-8, Whitby leading. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the penalty going to Curtis Conley. It's the holding call, Brown. They come up to Davis Prince. Brown will fire, stopped by Martin. Simonelli got it back. Hard stick-on-stick check by Peroni. Actually rattled Simonelli a bit. That might not have been the stick that he got hit in. Hard shot will be an over and back. And that'll be Whitby ball with 1:31 to go in the half. 1:31 to go in the penalty as well. Goodchild takes off to the corner. Lidstone gets a little pick from Peroni. 15 on the shot clock. Paris seems, they're chasing, they're getting some pressure on. That's a hold. No questions. Peroni drives to the net. And he is just grabbed by Jonathan McConvey. And not the worst penalty in the world, because that's a wide open look for Peroni. McConvey just drapes himself over him. And we're going to have 4-on-4 for the rest of this half, barring further penalties. Another minute 8 to go in the second quarter. Then there'll be 52 seconds starting next half for Whitby on the power play. McGregor with it up top. Lidstone gets it off the boards. Big pick for McGregor. Ball gets knocked loose. It goes to Keenan, but he can't corral it. Pretty good position there by Connor Brown, but he doesn't come up with the ball either. And Lidstone eventually will scoop it. Just 8 on the shot clock. So he's going to come around the top and try and get one off. Well, he'll keep running, pass it out. Keenan rips, stopped by O'Toole. Lemire into the offensive end. Gets it to Dawson. 28 left in the quarter. 7-second difference between shot and game clock. Tyler Brown trying to fight his way through. He gets all the way to the net and scores. Tyler Brown, kind of the slow motion bull to the net. Whirling dervish as he goes back and forth and gets in and somehow sneaks that one past Caleb Martin to tie things up 9-9 with 15.8 to go. What a tale of 2 quarters. 4 goals in the first quarter, 14 here in the second. Wassenaw wins the draw and calls timeout. Whitby will use their first half timeout. You get 1 per half, so Joel Johnson, the head coach, takes advantage of his. They're going to pull Caleb Martin to the bench for the extra attacker and set up the 6-on-5 play in the second. And we are ready to go with the third. Paris on the penalty kill. Starts with possession off the face-off violation. Hunter Agus was all on his own with 4 white jerseys around him. That was pretty sure to end with Whitby possession, and they have it. Piper at the top. They work it back around to Piper. He's going to start in. Gets a pick from Keenan. Tried to get it to the back of the net as he was going to Lidstone. Lidstone wanted the ball. Comes back out to Piper. Rips one and scores. 5-hole on O'Toole. Power play goal. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. So Whitby forges a lead 37 seconds into the second half. We have been back and forth in this game. Quite a battle between the 2 highest scoring teams in the league and, as I mentioned, the 2 teams that have allowed the fewest goals in the league. Paris has lost 4 of their last 5 games. The only win was a 15-13 win over Oswego, and their last 2 they lost to Brampton 14-13 and 15-12. Whitby, meanwhile, on a 7-game winning streak, they've only lost once all year. Lidstone fires one. That's blocked out front. It goes off Lemire. Up out of play. It's a fresh 30 in possession for the Steelhawks. They have to go and start in the corner. Keenan circles out. They're going to come up to Keenan. Boyd kind of waiting for things to develop. Sorry, Lidstone that was. They go back to Lidstone. Illegal pick on McGregor, and here comes Paris. Connor Brown running with it. Penalty coming to Whitby, and it will be applied as the shot is stopped. That 5-hole save by Caleb Martin. So Lucas Coote, who left in the first half, is just standing behind the bench in his civvies. Clearly not returning today. Well, we can only see him from the waist up, so I assume he's not coming back. Not sure if he still has the pads on. Oh, you know what? I think he does. So maybe he's available if needed, let's say. Certainly he doesn't look like he's keen to jump back between the pipes at this point. Caleb Martin doing a good job for them so far. Davis Prince, hard twister, missed the net, and he comes up a little lame as he's very gingerly heading to the bench. little delay getting play blown back in, but here we go. Nikolai Ferris, Western University grad. Former Mustang. Western, the defending Piscataway Cup champions. That tournament will be held the Piscataway Cup final weekend at Brock this year in St. Catharines. Big anniversary for them. Here's Goodchild. Bouncer. O'Toole looked like he had a little trouble seeing it. And it went wide of him and up out of play. Lemire will hand it off to Tyler Brown. Paris sets up on their power play. Durston, backdoor. Little hesitation. Great job by Peroni to get all over Brendan Campbell, sorry. Paris doesn't like that one. They think it went straight out of play. The call is it was off a Paris player, and it'll be a fresh 30 for Whitby and a chance to kill a good chunk of the time left on this power play. Nice job by Curtis Hall to smack the stick out of the hands of Devin Pfeiffer, who just rips the stick away from Mark DeBrone. No call on that one. Brown's pass gets tipped. Simonelli gets it. Penalty coming to Whitby. Campbell, toe drag, shoots, misses far side. It's going to be a fresh 30. So they've got the extra attacker out. They drop it, and it's grabbed there by Sturris, and the penalty will be applied.
Two penalties.
Jordan Sturris heading off. It's going to be a slash, which will make it 5-on-3. Durston's going to start up top with the ball. He's calling out directions to his teammates. He's going to pass it into Tyler Brown as play is blown in. 12 to shoot. They're going to try to get a quick shot off, but the Dawson pass got away from Davis Prince. Campbell fighting for it. Durston pops in to get it. Loose ball push called on Paris. I'm not sure where that comes from. The outlet pass doesn't hit Quinn Highland. O'Toole has to get back to his net as there was a cutter, but Paris, a couple of their forwards racing back. And now we've got a penalty coming to Paris. Oh, yeah, they had 6 guys on the floor. Hard rip. O'Toole swallows that one up. It might be an unsportsmanlike call. Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct. And Jordan Durston is going to go. He did not like the loose ball push call. Kind of understandable. Didn't see much of a push there, but so we go 4-on-4 for minute 12. Pass from Ferris goes nowhere as Keenan was sending a pick for him. Connor Brown across the body, connects with McConvey at center. Agus spin move, nice effort to get down towards the net and get the shot off. Was turned aside. Simonelli will track it down behind his own net and set up the fresh 30 for Paris. Still 40 seconds on the 4-on-4, 10-9, Whitby ahead. Just over 10 minutes to go in the third. There's a goal. Prince feeds it through and a nice finish. Catching the pass in some traffic and just tucking it home with Simonelli. Heck of a play by Simonelli to put that one in. Tie things up at 10-10 with 10-10 to go in the third. Something very cool about it when that happens. The score and the time being the exact same. 29 to go in the 4-on-4. Lemire and Boissonneau at the dot for the faceoff. Boissonneau, good clamp, pulls it out, but Lemire still battling for it. That's going to be a Convy coming away with it. He's immediately stripped by Nikolai Ferris. Ferris looks around, heads up into the offensive zone. Made sure he had room. Ferris gets it back. Whitby taking their time for sure. Their penalty expires. They are on the power play now. Not sure. Now they're down to 3 to shoot. Pfeiffer just runs out of time for the shot, makes the pass across to Nick Ferris. It was going to be after the buzzer anyway, even if that had gone in. Oh, big hit. Ferris. I think Parrish is thinking. Ferris's elbow got up into the face of Brendan Campbell. Lemire not enjoying it. And now in comes Clint Lewis. He and Lemire are going to go. Good for them. They get their helmets off. Couple of solid rights by Lemire. Lewis gets Lemire jerseyed, but he's got the left free and lands one more. Couple of lefts thrown by Lewis and another right by Lemire. And they're just looking a bit tuckered at this point. Kyle Dawson is furious. The captain of Paris having a chat because that forecheck by Ferris just got, the elbow got right up into the face. Now, there's discussion because it doesn't, I'm not sure if Clint Lewis was on the floor. Lemire is going into the penalty box. Lewis is in there. All right, we're just about set to go. We're going to find out exactly what transpired. So it looks like Clint Lewis came off the bench to come in and fight. So he is kicked out of the game. We saw him head down the tunnel. Lemire's in the box. Jordan Durston's still there. And Quinn Hyland has gone to serve the penalties for Clint Lewis. 4 players per team out on the floor. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Lemire gets the 5 for fighting, and Lewis does get the 2 for instigating, plus the 5 for fighting. Of course, the instigator comes with an automatic game misconduct. So that's why we're 4-on-4.
That's bullshit.
So that's why we're 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. And then Parrish will wind up with the penalty, with the power play, sorry. That shot stopped. And Conley with the outlet pass. Cody Hamley surveying his options. None of them particularly enticing for transition, so he'll slow it down, gets it to Luke Keenan. And the Parrish penalty ends now. Parrish not ready to have somebody come out. You see Chris Driscoll, one of their coaches, just saying, go, 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 somebody get out there. The man on the door heads out, and Parrish goes to the power play. Now they'll get their O out. And they've got 1:17 left on the man advantage. 10-10 the score still. Prince up to Durston. Looks to Brown. Opts against it and shoots. Bouncer is off target. Heads up and hits the ceiling. 1 minute to play in the penalty. 8:22 to go in the third quarter. Quite a game shaping up here between the first place Whitby and, again, fourth place Paris. They're tied for third. With the third place Brampton winning earlier, that put the Express ahead. That shot off a defender goes right back to Whitby, and Goodchild rips one. That one's wide. It's going to be an over and back. So Oshawa, with their loss earlier today to Brampton, falls to 8-5. Brampton improves to 8-5. So that leaves Paris at 7-5, sitting just behind those two teams who are now tied for second. And Brampton, by winning by 5, actually got the tiebreaker over Oshawa. And that included an empty net goal late in the game for Brampton. So Tyler Brown tries to pass it down to Dawson, can't get it there. Weller passes ahead. Conley, nice catch down by his ankles. Drives through. What a twister, and no goal. O'Toole got just enough to slow it down, and Conley was in the crease by then. Very creative play, though. Nice stick work by Curtis Conley. Paris was just 6 seconds left on their power play, and Davis Prince was letting one rip there. McGregor is released from the penalty box. Whitby will have possession, but we are going to go to our officials' timeout. It is 10-10. This game has been tied more than you can count. 7:20 to go in the third. I'm Steven Stamp for this JVI Sports Network presentation of the Arenalacrosseleague. Jordan Durson with the ball and having a chat with the Whitby bench. Now returns to the task at hand. He and Adam Perrone jousting out front. So a couple of big, strong men right there. Tyler Brown tries to grab that ball, gets away from him. Breakaway. Highland looks back, realizes he's open, and scores. Almost an excuse me shot as Quinn Highland took off. A little celebration right in the face of Hunter Agus. And Quinn Highland is going to the penalty box. Or he should be. Oh, they're just telling Whitby to calm down. Tell you, NFL, they're throwing a flag, and that's about a $50,000 fine. You get into a guy's face like that after you score. Whitby goes up 11-10. Quinn Highland, great little breakaway. I don't know if he realized he was wide open and looked back when there was somebody behind him, so he just kind of turned to the net and was already on top of Connor O'Toole and snuck a lovely shot just inside the post. Agus getting away from the hard defensive pressure from Edwards, who forces him over. Great play by Edwards. Agus just had to get rid of that a little quicker. And Perrone blasts one from the outside that O'Toole stops. Sure, that was the choice of shot that they were looking for on that play. Dawson has it for the Riverwolves, who trail by 1 again. Andy Campbell. He and Sturris collide. He kind of runs his way through. Shot off the foot of Caleb Martin, who came in for Lucas Coot, who took a shot to the throat guard and was looking uncomfortable for a while. He is at the end of the bench now. No uppers on. I think he does have his lower pads. Dawson, hard shot off the boards. Comes out to Simonelli, but it's actually snagged away by Sturris. Sturris on the run. He's got Conley with him. It's a 2-on-1 to Conley. Oh, beautiful play. Perfect timing on the pass by Sturris, and Curtis Conley. Just enough of a fake to get O'Toole moving a bit to his left. That opened up the pipe, and Conley tucked it home. 12-10. Whitby takes a 2-goal lead. Boissonneau and Scott to face off. Boissonneau pulls it out, goes after it, sweeps it along the turf. It was grabbed by Connor Brown. He couldn't control it. And they're calling it over and back. It's an awkward one. Malcolm Ford, they hadn't really established play towards the offensive zone, but he was kind of straddling the center line. It's really no man's land there. Fernandez shoves this man out of the way to get it. It's going to be a penalty coming to Whitby. Didn't see it away from the play. $17 to shoot. So Paris with getting their 6th attacker out now. Andy Campbell trots out. Durston with the pass. 4 lefties for the Riverwolves. Simonelli behind the back, beauty. That is a sweet little shot. Simonelli running to Caleb Martin's left and puts the ball back to the goalie's right, just tucks it inside the post. Extra attacker goal makes it 12-11 with 5:04 to play in the third. Scott and Peroni again. Actually, I guess last time it was Scott and Boissonneau, so Peroni comes in. That's snagged by Sturris. Got the assist on that 2-on-1 goal by Curtis Conley. Here's Keenan. 3 Riverwolves have a turn checking him. Pfeiffer hands it off. That one goes off the helmet of Keenan and up into the rafters. It'll be Paris possession. Dawson takes it. Agus up for an offensive shift. Big pick coming from Prince. Agus fires low, stopped by Martin. He's looking up the floor. Just gets rid of it before the 4-second count. Pass ahead by Anderson. Robert Morgan backdoor pass to Lidstone, who spins and fires. O'Toole with the stop. DeBrone leaves it there for Tyler Brown. 4 to go in the third. Andy Campbell matches his brother Brendan with his second of the game. Little shot around the defender. Big time screen for Caleb Martin as Campbell takes advantage of his defender, reaches around and ties it up 12-12. So we had 4 goals in the first quarter. We had 14 in the second. We've now had 6 so far in the third. 3:49 to play. Pretty sure we're going to be tied at the end of the third quarter, as we were 2-2 after the first, 9-9 after the second. Peroni loses his stick, almost flips over completely backward, but pops back up and we'll go back and play defense. And there's a goal for Paris. Melnichenko, who was laying on the trainer's table at the during the half, getting his hamstring worked on. He said, you can tell he has a bit of a hamstring problem going on. Got some tape on it, but what a goal under some duress. Oh, timeout for Whitby. We'll be back in just a moment. Ball rolling along by the Whitby bench. Snagged there. Jordan Sturris going for a run. Keeney gets a pick from Ferris. That pass doesn't connect. Boyd, nice one-hand grab and spin. Comes in, flicks it there for Keenan. That pass doesn't connect with Lidstone. Boyd will get to it. They've still got 8 to shoot. Boyd kind of forced one, but it goes off of Scott and up out of play, and he'll get a fresh 30. You may have heard the countdown and thought they were a little tighter on time than they were, but it works out pretty well for him. Now Boyd down to Lidstone. Keenan running in, checked by McConvey. Still got a shot off, another save by O'Toole. Lidstone couldn't come up with it. Lemire has it ahead to McConvey. Catches it. Nice pass, nice catch. Oh, beautiful. No, they're saying in the crease. That was a nice play by McConvey. Good effort on the trail check there. That was Nikolai Ferris heading all the way back down. And now there's a penalty coming for holding, or too many men. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Whitby has 6 guys in the offensive zone. And all within about 10 feet of each other. You could throw a big blanket over the 6 Steelhawk forwards. So with 2:22 to go in the third, Paris up by 1 and going to the power play. Davis Prince back up to Durston. Prince shoots, hard twister. Hit Martin and went off into the corner. Conley trying to get, but Tyler Brown comes away with the ball. Prince to Brown. It's a little bit away. He does manage to get it. They've got 17 to shoot. He gets some open space. Nice save by Martin throwing that hand out. Lots of time on this reset shot clock. Prince, another twister. He's really pushing the twister. Martin stopping everything. Gives Peroni a big pat on the belly saying thanks. Ball pops away from Boissonneau, but he tracks it down. Double team, fights through it, goes to the net. Oh, nice effort by Boissonneau, but missed on the shot. DeBrone fighting the ball a bit, but comes up with it eventually. Heads over center, and we'll leave it there for Simonelli. Still lots of time on the power play. We're into the final minute of the third frame, though. Dawson up to Brown. Durston wants it up top. He'll get it. Fake. Now he gets to Simonelli. That shot stopped again by Martin. Scooped up by Conley. We're going to have a penalty behind the play. It's going to be an illegal cross check after Davis Prince was flattened. And Quinn Highland is going to go to the box. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for 20 seconds with 42.5 to go in the third. See if Paris can take advantage of this one. Of Simonelli and Prince on the right side, Dawson and Durston on the left. Peroni Sturris out there. That's a... Oh, no goal. Davis Prince thought it was in and went wickets on Martin. 18 seconds. Sturris running the floor. Slashing call. I didn't see the hand go up earlier. You could hear it. It was definitely a loud connection. That's going to be Simonelli on the forecheck. So we're 4-on-4 for minute 34 now. 16.8 to go here in the third quarter. It's 13-12 for Paris, which almost assures you that Whitby's going to score here. Because we were, like I said, 2-2 after the first quarter, 9-9 after the second. Will we be 13-13? Whitby hopes so. Ferris back to Lidstone. Twister, that's not going to connect. They've got 2 seconds. It's in! Nikolai Ferris from way downtown with just a split second left on the clock. I don't even know if they're going to do a face-off because the buzzer did go just after the shot. The ball clearly looked in time to me. And that will make it 13-13 through 3 quarters of play. And we will take the quarter break and be back with what should be an exciting fourth of ALL action on JVI Sports Network. All right, here we go. Quarter number 4 about to start. I should have waited for the buzzer before I started speaking. 15 minutes to decide. It's 13-13 between Paris and Whitby. They announced the goal at the end there is Colton Lidstone. I thought it was Nikolai Ferris, but that'll be checked. We have 1:05 left in the 4-on-4. Good child quickly across. Lidstone, that's him for sure. Drives to the net. Foot save by O'Toole. Keenan tracks it down. Fernandez backs away and makes the pass. Sorry, that was good child. Goal! They get it through the middle and tucking it home. Trent Boyd. Nice finish there by Boyd. Connor O'Toole checking his positioning. Whitby goes back in front. That late goal, that's just a second or less to go in the third quarter, gives them a little boost of momentum. And 35 seconds into the fourth, the Steelhawks are up. Peroni and Agus. Agus standing on the ball, kicks it back, but Peroni's the one who gets there. He's going to shoot, and that's in. You can see Peroni was thinking decoy with his teammate over there. He wanted to shoot, and he absolutely just bangs it home.
I'd like to see that one.
15-13, Whitby goes ahead. 36 seconds still to go in the 4-on-4, and he wins another one against Scott this time. Peroni's going to the net again. He's shooting again. This time O'Toole makes the stop. Peroni shoves the Paris player into the crease from behind, and that'll be a loose ball push, and Paris will get the ball. And Peroni very close to a checking in the crease call. Just avoided it. Nice grab. Durston going up to get that one, keep it from heading out of play. And Paris is going to slow things down a little bit. They'll be shorthanded in 8 seconds, but only for about 26 or so. It's going to come down to O'Toole. Fresh 30 for Paris. Brendan Campbell driving down. 20 seconds in the Paris penalty, and Jordan Durston's just going to slow it down and say, hold on, guys. Let's let this penalty expire. Actually, 1 second more on the penalty than the shot clock, so Durston will just flick it down to Dawson. A little behind the back pass. Shot goes wide, but the penalty is over. With 13-14 to go, the score is 15-13. Jordan Sturris steps over center. Just flips it up to Kobe Whitcomb. Good child behind the net. He was seeing what was available. There was nothing, so he goes up to Pfeiffer, who moves it on immediately. That one gets away from Whitcomb, but he tracks it down. Goes back door. Nice save, O'Toole, post to post with a big-time stop. Whitby gets it back. So penalty being called for too many men. We heard the yell call coming from the bench. I don't actually see where Whitby had extra player on the floor.
Hey, Stripes, it's hard to count to 5, eh? A little bit of hooked on phonics.
Well, maybe he was out there before and I didn't see it, but anyway, penalty on Whitby. They've got to send somebody to the box. Their in-home needs to head over. That's Braden McGregor. He realizes it. Pops into the box. Tyler Brown just caught by Simonelli. Davis Prince back up. Rips it. Foot save. Caleb Martin, another stop. Reset for Paris, and Brown has it. Another shot. Prince couldn't get that one through at all. Dawson took a shot. He was stopped by Martin. Andy Campbell with the rebound goes to the net, but stick all tied up. And he's looking a little uncomfortable as he landed in the crease. He's just going to stay up there. Well, he walked through the crease. Now he's going to go to the bench. That's a very slow change. Comes Connor Brown in from behind on Keenan. Couldn't do much, but Keenan rolls it to himself. A little roll self pass. Not at all sure that was intended, but it looked pretty amazing. Here comes Tyler Brown with the ball for Paris. We've got a minute left on their power play. Durston at the top. He's going to quarterback and get the ball from Prince. Back to him. Durston spins. Off the post. Nice play by Durston. It's going to be a break for Boissonneau. Corrals it. He's right on top of O'Toole. Beautiful finish. Goes sidearm. Just tucks it in just inside the post. May have actually been in off the post. Short-handed goal for Matt Boissonneau. And it's 16-13. Still 41 to go in the Paris power play. Brown comes away with it, moves it forward, and Tyler Brown. There's still 28 seconds on the Paris power play. It's been a strange one. With the shorthanded goal, and Brown will just blast that one. It's wide, gets up into the rafters. So with 18 seconds left, Whitby can kill the rest of this. Sturris will just get up over center and wait. Nobody's anywhere near him. He'll let the last 10 seconds tick off unless somebody comes to get him. Paris content to let it wear away. Lidstone. Penalty ends. McGregor pops onto the floor. Whitby a little fortunate they actually didn't get another too many men call there. As when McGregor popped out of the bench onto the floor, went and joined the play, and another, I don't know, they just seem to have a lot of guys out there. Morgan doesn't seem sure what he wants to do, so he'll just give it to Lidstone. Tries to spin by. Pretty good work there by Owen Williams. The shot, though, by Lidstone on net. O'Toole makes the stop. Recovered by Ferris. Two hopper to the far side. Penalty coming to Paris. Trent Boyd hands it off. Caleb Martin stopped partway to the bench, continues on. Now Tyler Brown will pick it up, and the play will be blown down, and the penalty applied to Connor Scott. It's 2 minutes for a roughing. Paris down by 3. He's going to have to kill a couple of minutes here. Quite a game. A lot of fun to be back at Children's Arena, catching some exciting ALL action. I was fortunate to be on hand earlier in the season in Millbrook when John St. John had a goal. It was his 500th point in the Arenalacrosseleague. Amazing feat. Paris will get it back. 9.5 minutes to go, so they've got time. They can kill the penalty. Trent Boyd with the big check. The ball is over center now. A penalty coming to Trent Boyd. Hard work by Lemire to get over, and he actually was taken down and just reached his stick across to make sure he got the ball over center. Now, he was still back on the other side, so I'm not sure that would have even counted. But Boyd takes the penalty. And we've got a minute 43 of 4-on-4. That was a slashing call. That pass unable to be taken in by Edwards. And Jordan Durston takes a big hit from Peroni, but wisely drops the ball off to be picked up by Brendan Campbell before he was pushed back over center. Got another penalty being called. Unsportsmanlike again to Paris. It's Mark DeBrone going to the box. So, it's a 4-on-3 for Whitby. We're up to a minute 11. Pfeiffer takes that pass at the top. Feeds it back across. Ferris with the hard shot. Lidstone gets the rebound. Behind the back pass down low. Pfeiffer tries to bang one home. O'Toole holds his ground on the post. Fresh 30. Still 45 to go in the 4-on-3. Pfeiffer over to Ferris. Backdoor. Lidstone didn't have a shot, so he just pulls it back out. And there you go. The patient, quick passing work by Whitby. And eventually Ferris finds the lane he likes. Again, he came into the day tied for the league lead in goals with 33. he has passed Jake McNabb and Lane Smith. Smith does play tomorrow at the ILA. These games are being played on Saturday, March the 9th here at Children's Arena. Brought to you by JVI Sports Network. 8:10 to go in the fourth. It's 17-13. Whitby is pulled away a bit. We've still got 35 seconds of 4-on-4. Boissonneau gets good body position, gets the ball, steps over center. So again, we're 4-on-4, 20 seconds left in that. Then it'll be about a 16, 17 second power play for Paris. But Nikolai Ferris extends the lead with another blast. He is really heating up. 18-13, 7:47 to go. And this is just what Whitby does to you. Brown comes away with it. Surrounded by white jerseys. Does a nice job to get it. Simonelli. Andy Campbell works his way in, rips one. Trying to take the lead in the family scoring derby. Still tied up with his younger brother. Oh, nice shot. Curtis Conley, and Whitby is just running here. Another shorthanded goal, and Conley, who had a beauty earlier. This is a little sidearm bouncer just inside the post. The Steelhawks are really taking control of this. We are past the midway point. Don't take the officials' timeout after a goal. So the next stoppage should be the officials' timeout. Connor Scott comes up to take another draw for Paris. He's up against Boissonneau. Boissonneau kind of wins the clamp, but just rolls over the ball, and Scott has it. Looked a little surprised, takes a sidearm shot. Boissonneau's going to grab this one. He's got Boyd with him. Fakes the pass, shoots far side, misses. It's grabbed there by DeBrone. Checked by Ferris. Nice job to run through that one. Ferris continues with the trail check. DeBrone was really focused on Ferris, and that allowed Darius Anderson to just come down and snap the stick right out of his hands. Whitby gets possession. Fernandez backs away. They're going to slow things down, get everyone up. Tyler Brown staying up on O for Paris. So he has a mark. Nice stop by O'Toole. And another hard Ferris shot. Ferris on the run, going after Owen Williams, who does a nice job avoiding the check. Simonelli was pretty focused on making the pass. Thought he might have actually had a decent shooting chance. Tyler Brown goes behind the back. Was that around the world? He's having a smile. He enjoys playing lacrosse. It's pretty fun to see. Rips that one for the far corner, top corner, but misses. It's grabbed by Simonelli, goes behind the net to Campbell, who tries to dunk, and it's a goal. Ferris is saying, how is that not a crease violation? Andy Campbell employs that extended reach of his and tucks it right up over the top of the defender and in past Caleb Martin. So Paris gets one back. They're within 5 with 6 to go. It's doable. You got to stop the Steelhawks from scoring, and you've got to score almost every chance you get. Scott and Peroni. Violation. So we will come back with Paris in possession after the officials break with 6 minutes to go. It's 19-14 Whitby. This is Arenalacrosseleague. Get somebody else. You can get a backup anywhere. Well, that's not true. Here we go. 6 minutes to play. Paris with the ball after face-off violation called against Whitby. And Paris, they may lose it. It's kicked ahead by Conley. Gets up out of play. Who'd it go off? Went off Whitby. So Paris will get the ball again at a fresh 30. There's a chance for Dawson right on top of the crease. Nice save by Martin. He's come in and played pretty well for this Whitby club. Very promising young netminder. Boissonneau will just underhand toss that to Peroni, who keeps it moving, and Whitby gets the O set up, 12 to shoot. A looping underhand lob pass from Kobe Whitcomb. And Fernandez gets the illegal cross-check penalty as DeBrone got under his skin, as he is wont to do. And Fernandez heads off, so it's 19-14 Whitby, but Paris hanging in, going to the power play, down by 5 with 5:15 to go. Durston will start with it up at the top. Brown and Dawson the lefties. Prince and Simonelli the righties as usual. You got Boissonneau and Conley at the top of the penalty kill. So it looks like Darius Anderson with the block. The low man, Jordan Sturris, the other low man, takes off, runs through Durston's check, sprints by Agus and loses the ball. Agus with a pretty good check. And what? There's a slashing call on Jordan Durston. Okay, the ref's right down there, close to the play. It looked to me like Durston was just reaching out to check him, and Sturris just ran through the stick and knocked it right out of Durston's hand. Well, that will end the Paris power play. Paris wheels away up to Lidstone. Quick touch onto Pfeiffer. Feels like Paris has done a pretty good job containing Devin Pfeiffer, given that he came in with 72 points. There's a save by O'Toole, and he just stands stone still to make sure the play is blown down. I don't actually know how many points he's got. I don't have the up-to-date scoring. Paris a little slow to get things rolling, and they don't have a lot of time to play with. One-hand shovel pass does not connect to Prince. Dawson races in. Hard underhand by Melnichenko. There's a break for Pfeiffer, but he bobbles it. And DeBrone knocks him separated from the ball. Connor Scott comes up with it. Scott will lope up over center. Fakes a little pass, finds his man off the bench. That's Brendan Campbell. Pass doesn't connect with Dawson. Campbell going after a little push on the back of Morgan. No call. He's going to try and dunk again. And they're saying no goal as this time Campbell's called in the crease. And Quinn Highland wanted to go. Taken off. He wanted the quick restart. Kyle Dawson has lost his helmet and a glove. So play was blown down. And Quinn Highland doesn't know why. He wanted to take off. He had a chance for another goal up there in transition. 3:37 to go. 22 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And Quinn Highland reluctantly strolls back to center floor and back to the restraining line to start with possession. Whitby gets a fourth attacker out. Goodchild spinning away from checks. Boyd, hard shot. Almost came back to him, but it was picked off by Agus. Turns it into a 2-on-1. Nice hustle back by Ferris to take it away, and then Boyd strips Agus. Boyd, Prince getting into it. Peroni up with him, and Prince was looking really fired up there. Conley to Ferris for the quick stick. Nice finish by Nikolai Ferris. Paris just getting their last player out onto the floor. 2:52 to go. It's up to 6 goals now, the lead for Whitby. Darius Anderson just kicks it ahead, and Luke Keenan comes away with it. Whitcomb couldn't reach that one. Tries to track it down now. Luke Keenan gets it. Hard underhand pass gets through, and big collisions. Pfeiffer runs into the hip of Connor Brown, and then it's bounced home by Tyler Goodchild. And what was a close goal game the whole way. 2-2 after a quarter, 9-9 at the half, 13-13 after 3 quarters. Here in the fourth quarter, it has been 8-1 in favor of the first place Whitby Steelhawks, who entered the game at 8-1. 21 goals will actually push them over 200 for the year, gives them 205 on the season against 140 goals against. So pretty good plus minus for them. Suddenly Brampton and Oshawa tied. Unless there's a miraculous comeback here by Paris, Whitby will stay in first. I think they've clinched first place. Joel Johnson, their coach, was saying they just want to be consistent. He wants them to play well, not get into bad habits late in the season, make sure they're carrying momentum into the playoffs. He's going to be not thrilled with some of the things going on today, but overall they've had a pretty solid effort. Oh, nice attempt to get it forward to Simonelli. Couldn't quite pull it in. Scott Edwards gets it, flicks it ahead to Conley. Campbell and Edwards having a chat. Campbell going to the bench, and Edwards saying, come on out. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Highland just bends over and leans on his knees for a bit. Whitby knows they don't have to score anymore. Paris knows they're not coming back. Whitby will just roll it into the corner. Whitby's going to improve to 12-1. Paris will drop to 7-6. Meanwhile, Brampton is at 8-5. Oshawa at 8-5, tied for second, but Brampton gets the tiebreaker. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next week, which will be the final week of the season. This is Saturday, March 9th. There are a couple games still to be played at the ILA tomorrow. The other 4 teams in the league, the bottom 4, playing in those games. Coming down to the final 40 seconds. And again, they'll just roll it in. Quinn Highland just rolls the ball into the corner. A little one-handed shot by Jordan Sturris. Paris is going to have the last possession. Martin will make his last save of the game. He's just going to fling it down into the corner to avoid the 10-second count. And the final seconds will tick away. The final score, Whitby Steelhawks 21, Paris Riverwolves 14. The Steelhawks pull away with an 8-1 fourth quarter to get a big win. And thank you for being with us. Hope you enjoyed the game. This is Steven Stamp for JVI Sports Network and the Arenalacrosseleague. We'll see you next time.